Go live. Is it live now?
Yeah, you're live. You just sorry, my mom was like stuck downstairs.
No, you're good.
That was live. Yeah, that was live. You were muted. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I didn't unmute the mics, right? Yeah.
So I wasn't worried about it. Okay. I understood what was going on. Yeah, you were fine.
My heart skipped a beat.
No, you were fine.
So now you're going.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So, will we, like, do they have, like, a timeline to actually have a meaningful response, or?
They already missed it.
Oh. I guess I don't know what happens next, then.
Yeah. I can tell you something.
Okay. I mean, you have my phone number, just text me. This is the thing that I'm invested in. Like, I absolutely want to know how this plays out.
Haha, get fucked wild.
Especially those guys, after years of them getting away with whatever they wanted. So. Oof.
Dude, Carolina's got to figure it out.
Carolina's fine.
I agree, but
I feel like there are a lot of people hating on Carolina because they're not like.
that's the fun team to hate on right now.
Yeah.
That's all.
I guess I'm still gonna
What's not to get? They're on a losing streak, so it's the same as people hating on the Avs when they were on a losing streak. Okay, here we go. Puck is down.
Oh my.
1954, 53, 52, 51, 50. You gonna have your mic on and just leave it up there like a psycho.
I do what I want.
I mean, that's true. You do what you want. I can't deny that.
People know that about me.
Do they really?
I'm obnoxious.
Is that what you're known for?
I would say so.
All right. Yeah, no. Frankie is backing up tonight.
Yeah, he back. It's weird. Went from oh god, it's gonna be a long-term injury to he's literally
He's fine.
like
Yeah.
off IR and backing back up like normal
Perfectly okay.
in like 4 days.
Yep.
Part of this is the Avs doing though. Like,
Oh, totally.
As much as I make fun of people when they overreact to things, part of it is absolutely just that the Avs do this.
I mean, it when it's long term, they're usually pretty open about it.
Yeah,
But
when they know for sure it's going to be a
Yeah.
while, they're like, "Hey guys, it's
But
going to be
Anything short,
It'll be month to month or
right.
something."
Anything short to medium, though, you have no idea.
Yeah.
You just have no clue.
Because we've seen too many day to days turn into week to weeks, and
Yep.
we've seen week to week be month to month.
That was a little low on Cogs, that hit, it looked like.
Well, I was gonna say he's gonna try and do something.
That could be a trip. Didn't call it, though.
Yeah, the ice tripped him. Ice does that. It's known for
That
that.
skate blade in his feet might have... Or skate blade, stick blade, same difference.
No impact. Learn to skate, nerds.
Nice. Just a little too far.
That was the ultimate half in, half out from Bobrovsky.
It was way too passive. Had he committed, he'd have gotten there easily.
Well, and it's Darren Helm, dude.
Just let it
Right.
be.
You're not that scared of that dude's shot.
Oh, Emily Kaplan. My favorite is when she's in a shot with other people like that. You can tell how short she
Yeah.
is because you can't even see.
Average-sized people are like
You
out of
can't
the shot.
see the heads of
Yeah.
anybody else.
Yeah.
You just see their neckline, and you're just like, "Are you 4.5 feet tall? Like what
Yes.
the fuck?"
The answer is yes.
Oh, she's already back.
Some people ask me the sound of the gun, so
I mean, Darren Helm got a breakaway the other day.
Yeah.
He just didn't finish it.
Ooh, I didn't see that he actually
Yeah,
tipped
he got
that.
a piece of it. He got a piece of it. Take it easy.
See ya, bud.
thank you.
What's it like to go on vacation?
Honestly, no idea.
Z and I were trying to plan a vacation around immigration updates. That's where our relationship is, man.
I genuinely, the only day in the last year that I have done zero work was the day that I flew to Michigan. So I was traveling all day. And like I took vacation days in Michigan and stuff, but I still did work on those days.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Oh,
what
God.
what do you consider work,
Yeah, like it was not like I worked a ton.
Rodriguez? Well said. Did you hear what she said?
No.
She said, "Stop hurting them."
Stop breaking them.
Okay.
I like that one.
Looks like he was back on his skates there.
Okay.
That showed us nothing.
Yeah. What is this? Altitude production? What's going on here?
Just a dead leg, maybe, if he's staying on the bench.
I hate that, dude.
Yeah.
You're hitting that spot and it just
And
goes
you
numb,
just
and
had-
you're like,
you just your foot no longer functions.
yeah, and you're like, it's not so much that it hurts; it's that
I
it
literally
does
cannot
not
move
work.
it. Yeah.
I love that we're just over 3 minutes into the game, with a full excuse to talk about all the injuries now.
Yep. Power play dripped all the way down to outside the top 10.
Jesus.
One for their last 20.
What was the one?
Some Miko goal, probably. He's just so good.
That was
He's
such a
so
great
good at
little
that.
move at the blue line.
He's actually insane. Oh, Confer, shoot the puck, my guy.
I don't mind that pass. I just need a better one.
The whole play needs to be faster. It can't be receive, collect, gather, pass. You gotta eliminate one step there. McKinnon entering the zone on the power play makes me believe the Matrix is real and he can see it.
What? It is. Well, there's Rodriguez.
Guess his
so,
legs are
well,
fine.
We can all stop freaking out now. Oh, he's
Do
got
something
it.
dope, Nui. That was
Nope,
cute.
drop that. Shoot that. I got a stick on it. Took too long.
Yep.
Everything's taking too long,
Half
man.
step slow right now.
This
Yep.
is an NHL team playing at AHL speed.
A little bit generous there. I don't think he got the red line.
Oh, boy. Oh! Don't even get a shot on
Yeah,
goal.
that's pretty brutal.
Oh, my God. Is that legal? It's not tripping? Alrighty. Oh, so that's icing?
It just gets in your craw, man. Hang on, I need more pizza. Okay.
McCarr never carries it in, guys. Stop talking like this. It doesn't happen.
Except for when it does.
Alex Newhook has more zone entries on power plays than Cale McCarr does.
Oh, yeah. No, you're right. McCarr is more at 5-on-5 when you see him carried in when he's
yeah.
in God mode.
That happens all the time. So one thing about the way that McKinnon plays that kind of has always not been great for me is that he takes these big chances really high in the defensive zone.
I don't hate that.
I hate that it's not a goal, man. It's a 3-on-1.
Yeah, I'm sure, but he made a good fake. Just didn't finish. Newhook should have probably pulled up there instead of driving the net. He was just being given a little bit too much of a gap.
Did Newhook know he had a guy on the right?
I assume so, but maybe
He
not.
should. He should know that.
You gotta at least head check it. You're an NHLer. No? It just gets different ads.
It's a 24-year-old.
Ugh.
This is one of those weird things where it's like the Panthers don't have any other history than losing to the Avs in that cup final.
They really don't, man.
So
I
every
think
time
it's-
they play,
It's the first. It's one of only 2 times they've ever gotten out of the first round of the postseason.
Last year was literally their first playoff win since then.
Yep. God, that's a miserable history.
Yep.
Imagine caring about that for. I mean, it's like being a Rockies fan, right?
Oh, totally. It's really similar, actually.
Yeah, Mikko has like 30 shots on goal in the last like 4 games or some shit. Like,
Genuinely has been shooting the puck like an insane
yeah.
amount.
And
Those first 2 games McKinnon came back, he stopped a little bit, but then in the third game he had 9 shots on goal. So it's
I
like
wrote about it the other day that JT Compher could have had like a 5-point night if Mikko just shot better. Mm-hmm. I mean, that would have been like
insane good shooting.
it
But
would have been like unreasonably good shooting.
Jokic level shooting.
Yeah, right. It is funny the way that we talk about the stars in different sports.
Yep.
Where you're like, oh yeah, Jokic went 5 for 5 shooting last night from the field,
Yep.
but had 16 assists, and you know, even when he's not perfect, he's still shooting
Some absurd
in the
number.
60s. Yeah.
In hockey, you get someone shooting in the 20s, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh my God.
You get a guy that fails 80% of the time, and he's a demigod. or it's unsustainable garbage. Or he's Alex Tanguay, who is somewhere in between those two.
Last year, Chris Kreider level of pucks just hitting him
my
and going into the net.
God, dude, was that ever something? McKinnon just
Bodies
yoink.
a dude, yep.
Oh,
Not a good pass, though.
got lucky. Got lucky. Oh! Fuck you. That was a great joke.
Okay, Dad. Wow, that's bad. That's the opposite of good.
Come on.
Another really good 10 minutes of hockey, and then the Avs shit the bed for 10 seconds.
What the fuck, dude? How do you let a goal in from that angle, dude?
Yeah, Georgiev's got to get his post there, right? Like,
That's so bad.
Yeah, just a weird miscommunication from Kale and Taves there. One of them's got to stay on the far side, and both of them just kind of floated to the near side. And, like, even still, there's other problems. Helm didn't get back well on the guy coming in late. But Georgiev just got to make a save.
Ooh. What? Brad Hunt scores 1 goal, and now it's fucking full send city.
You had him too if that gets
man.
through.
That was pretty dope defensively, though.
I mean, it's
I
a
think
Hail
it's-
Mary
yeah,
that just
total
works.
luck. It's total luck.
Well, that sometimes looks good.
True.
Again?
Come on, dude. I'd pull him.
Let me see the replay first.
Frankie's healthy. I'd pull him.
And Frankie's probably not 100%, but
Jesus.
I don't care about this play. Yeah, that's short side over the glove. That's not good enough for sure. Not good enough from Georgiev. I mean, you can certainly find faults in the Avs skaters on those 2 goals, but your goaltender can't have a .500 save percentage. Can't give up 2 goals on 4 shots.
Well, JoJo's in Loveland, so
But now the Avs go to the box for a stupid offensive zone penalty. And you're at risk of losing the game 14 minutes in right now.
come on, dude, you hooked him.
I'm just going to assume he hit him on the hands. I couldn't tell from that angle, but...
Holy shit. 7-5.
popped off.
Hell yeah. Jumped right over 21st and went straight to 20th.
The penalty kill and the power play are changing places slowly but surely.
Well, the PK is just not. It's like been like between 20 and 23
Yeah, it's been pinballing.
for a long time now. It's a good follow up by Taves.
Yep. I mean, look, Bednar's riding his guy in net here. He can't give up another goal in this game. He's got to shut Florida out for the rest of the game for the Avs to have a real chance here.
Yeah, I mean, the Avs are just dying to try and get to the 3, and
And now the game's kind of just over.
that's a Gerard turnover.
At least that one's not Georgiev's fault. That was something different, at least. Just completely mishandles the puck.
So does Reinhardt.
And EJ's just
Watch
in no
this.
man's land.
It's a good defense by Forsling. Otherwise, Erod is gone.
The Avs are going to have to figure out a way to not fucking implode every time they get scored on. Because this is a handful of the last few games where one goal
Man, if
goes
you-
in and they fall apart.
I don't know why. I don't know why people hang out in our watch along if you don't have any If you don't like the things that we have to say, then why are you here? Like, are you like hate watching it? It's so odd to me. Well, hey, man. Look, Brandon, you don't have to stay and listen to the pod now. You already know how it goes. You're free. Your night is opened up. No, oh, that's fine. I just don't.
You don't get it.
Yeah.
There's no reason to ban the hate watchers.
Yeah.
If that's what they want to do with their lives, that's what they want to do. But
It's mostly just a why are you here?
also just understand, like, are you here to have a conversation or are you here to just say you don't like us? Because if you say you don't like us, we're just going to stop responding to you. That's
Yeah.
all.
No, we don't really ever have snacks, man.
I mean, pizza's kind of a snack.
Pizza's a meal.
You're not wrong, but I mean, Georgiev couldn't allow another one goal ago. Not that the third goal was his fault, but it would take something monumental now for the Avs to even get back in this game.
I'm not a really big fan of poutine, to be honest with you.
I really like just regular poutine. Like, all the crazy shit that they add into it, I don't need any of that.
I think it's probably just that, like, the really soggy fries are just.
See, I love soggy fries, so
I'm kind of ambivalent. Like, they're fine.
attaboy, Curtis. Let it fly, bud. I also like my bacon chewy.
Yeah, I do too. The really crispy, like, snap in half bacon is it's not really for me.
You're not. The thing is, like, you're down 3-0, right? Good shifts are meaningless now. You have to score goals at this point.
I mean, you need to build.
Nah.
Good shifts are fine. You just
They're
have
not.
to.
Good shifts aren't good enough when you're down 3-0. You have to score goals.
Your fourth line's not going to do that.
I know, but your fourth line having a good shift is meaningless if you don't go score goals.
That's true every game, though.
I disagree. If you're up 2 goals and your fourth line has a good shift, that's much more important than
Yeah,
being
but
down
you've already
3 goals.
scored the goals at that point,
Correct.
though. That's what I'm saying.
And
like, in any game.
I'm saying a good fourth line shift that doesn't score is more important when you're leading than when you're trailing.
Okay.
You can disagree,
Oh,
but
I don't think that I do. Jeez.
he's like reaching for that one.
I mean, I would have pulled Georgiev after the second goal. It was fucking terrible.
The big caveat there is how healthy is Frankie? Like
He's healthy. If he's healthy enough for them to send JoJo back, then you should be comfortable pulling him. It's my opinion.
That's fair, but I don't know if that's reality.
What the fuck was
Yeah,
that?
that was weird as shit.
What is he
Yeah,
doing?
what an insane flop that was. Who is that that just ate shit coming back over the blue line?
Kale, shoot it.
Hey!
That's cool. Is that
Curtis McDermott, or
Yeah.
did Cogs get a piece of it?
I think it's McDermott, man.
Another player.
Well, no,
They're
Cox
saying
does
Cogs.
tip it.
Yeah, okay.
Thank God.
I was gonna say another player who has a goal this season before Eric Johnson.
My
but-
favorite scoring line is Cogliano from McDermott and Makar.
I tell you what, that line did a better job than that fourth line at not scoring a goal.
Cool.
One of those shifts is a lot better than the other. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's the thing. Bobrovsky does look shaky, dude.
He looks super sketchy.
The last minute of them in the zone, you're looking at him going, "What the fuck is going on
From the first
here?"
minute of the game, when he half and half that helm chance, like he hasn't looked very good.
Yeah, that's true. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. I mean, you say, "Oh, you really would love to get one before." Now you've got 40 minutes to get 2 goals back.
You're not.
You can't give up anymore.
Yeah,
You've got to be done giving up goals.
A fourth goal is game over for sure, and you still have a mountain to climb. Like, make no mistake, 2 goals is a lot.
Big fan of Makar getting away with that boarding. I mean, if they want to get another one before going to the room, that would help too.
That'd be sick. That'd be a game. Well, airmail.
Wow,
That
yeah.
thing was rolling hard on him.
That thing landed in Cheyenne. Good Lord.
Thing straight up knuckle pucked to the moon.
I mean, he's definitely trying to draw a call, but that's also boarding.
2 things can be true.
Yeah. Why doesn't Curtis score more points? Well, you see, he's not very good. So, be nice if he did. I would think he was better.
He'd probably play more if he scored more points.
All right, the period's over.
Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna go get a drink. So that was obviously not ideal, if not downright disastrous from Colorado. So I don't know. Now you got to be 2 goals better through the rest of the game. 3, really, if you want to win.
Yeah. Well, worry about getting the second goal first.
You want to be on? Or you want to take a break too?
Yeah, I'll be on. It's cool. Will you grab me a water? Or will you grab me a whatever we have here, a Pepsi or a Coke or whatever?
Soda?
Yeah. Thanks. All right. Any of you guys read that predictions piece that I wrote? I have to promote it, so.
No, dude, I'm all for it. I just
Yeah.
going pro it. Like, hey guys, can anybody read what I did?
Yeah. Anybody anybody read it and want to talk? Were you tweeting from Rapids today?
No, that was Mitch.
Oh, okay.
Mitch did a great job, by the way.
Yeah, I was actually following that thread until I fell asleep again. So.
You did a great job, man. All credit to you. I wasn't able to go. I've been here all day. They might die.
Yeah, I told you there was not going to be a Troy Terry prediction. I told you that going into it. I told you that last night while we were shooting people. There was a Duck prediction, though.
Was it really?
Yeah, for the Ducks.
I gotta go.
Yeah, I said that they were going to fire Dallas Aikens and hire Greg Cronin as their head coach. And that Aaron Schneekloth would take over for the Eagles. I'm pretty in the weeds on this. You know things are stupid when I'm predicting AHL shit. Who do I want at the trade deadline? Who do I want? Thank you, sir. Man, I would kill for Dylan Larkin. Oh, that's a Coke.
The
Yeah.
button said Pepsi, so I don't know.
Still good. Just whatever I need. Yeah, anybody want to sign Yager? Just to stand in front of the net. Looks like he still has hands.
He's still scoring over a point per night in the Czech 2 league or whatever that is.
Yeah. St. Louis should trade Kyrou and Thomas for Tage Thompson.
That'd be hilarious.
It would be very funny. The Tage immediately falls apart. I just want all the bad things to happen for St. Louis. No, my personal at the deadline, I don't really know what I want. I think my favorite would be O'Reilly and a guy like Luke Shen. I don't know that Luke Shen. I think Luke Shen has probably played his way out of being available for like a 3rd round pick at this point, and that's the problem. I like the idea of them getting. I think they need another depth defenseman.
I agree.
Because they're one injury from having to play Andreas Englund, Curtis McDermott, Jacob McDonald. Yep. One of these Brad Hunt, like one of these kinds of guys in the postseason.
100% agree.
Feel how you feel about Jack Johnson, but Jack Johnson would be an upgrade over any of those cats. So I think a depth D is probably one of the things that I would prioritize. I'm not interested in Bo Horvat, really. He's going to be maximum expensive. And
Same. He's too expensive.
How good is he going to be in Colorado? I imagine probably pretty good.
Let's see. Expiring D. I wouldn't want to do it, but Gostisbehere would be fun. Too expensive, though.
Well, and doesn't fit
what they need at all.
He's a guy that's like, you need to understand the role.
I understand why
for
they
him.
wouldn't, but it would be fun.
Yeah, I mean, too expensive in terms of assets and cap at that point.
I mean, Arizona would retain, I would assume. But
yeah.
You could. Well, I guess New Jersey wouldn't want to make a trade, but bringing Ryan Graves home would be funny.
I guess.
I still think they should trade for Kulikov, but
He's only making like $2 million.
Yeah, he's not expensive. He's on the Ducks, so he's definitely available. He just also is like Jack Johnson levels of offense.
Man, I really would love a better play from Makar on Barkov on this.
Yeah,
Barkov skates right into him,
both
man.
of-
Like
they're just-
Makar should just fucking blow him up.
Well,
And he just swipes at him.
I mean, it should never be there, right? If Helm gets back more effectively, but there's just a million problems there.
This Olay shit from Makar, man, is not good. And Vrana's not really what they need. And what are you getting with Vrana? You have off ice concerns. You have a multi-year commitment at over $5 million to a guy that you don't even know how good he's going to be for you. So what's the interest there? You know, if Vrana was making him $2 million, then sure. But multiple years, over $5 million, that is...
Oh, Max Domi's playing too well.
I like Vrana, though. Like, I've always liked him as a player. I don't know. Well, Sam Girard will be like the scapegoat of scapegoats for everything until the day he's not an Av anymore.
He's filling the Tyson Jost role.
Yeah.
Klingberg would be too expensive, probably even retained.
Well, and again, what does that guy give your defense that you need?
I like. Here's the thing about the Girard hate. Yeah, he made a terrible play on that third goal. I don't see anyone talking shit about Kale for the terrible play he made on the first goal.
Yeah, or
like,
Taves. Like, Taves has had a brutally bad week with, like, game-changing mistakes.
Yep.
And everybody's good with it. You know what happens, man? When you play a ton,
You make mistakes.
You make more mistakes than normal. That's just life, man. See ya, B.
Put me back on the camera, yeah. You're right. I'm ugly.
Where did I get my Nick Schmaltz idea from? So I went through every deal that the Avs have made over the last couple of years, and I tried to find a guy that, while he's expensive relative to the Avs' available cap space, he's not expensive relative to his position, but one that also was under contract for multiple years who could be in that job for a little while. And he's really a nice fit because he turns 27 at the end of February.
So right in the prime. Yeah.
He's right in his prime right now. He's signed for 3 more years.
So it takes him to 30, and then you're out.
Well, and then you can adjust. You'll see what you look like,
Sure,
whatever.
price, whatevs, yeah.
But at 5.8 for a second-line center, 5.8 is just not that expensive, and it will be less expensive as that contract ages. Schmaltz has been just a tick under a point-per-game guy the last couple of years. Now he's battled some injury issues, which is one reason why I think Arizona would be open to the idea if Colorado came with a first-round pick and something else that they really liked.
I mean, Girard has 4 points in the last 8 games. So it's not like Girard isn't producing either.
Yeah, and so with Schmaltz, the other thing with Schmaltz is that Arizona, even if they get Connor Bedard, Arizona's not ready to make the leap for another year or two. And then Schmaltz is at the end of that contract.
Yeah.
And then they're having they're staring down the barrel of keeping Schmaltz and trying to go for a wild card playoff spot, or watching Schmaltz walk in free agency, or selling him at the deadline several years from now. They can, and re-signing him at 30 years old when you've got Connor Bedard and Logan Cooley, like,
It's a way different conversation.
yeah,
there.
like re-signing Nick Schmaltz, it just isn't it's not a thing, like it's not Yeah, and so it's for me, Schmaltz made sense because it's early for Arizona to consider moving him. I don't think it's something that's like forefront at their mind. Yeah. But if the Avs are trying to, hey, we can go and get this guy that can
solidify a position for a couple years.
Exactly, and it kind of does what they did with Kadri, where this is going to be expensive. And this is a conversation where if they even wanted to, if they said, okay, well, that first round pick is great, but we do need a Sam Girard, then I'm open to that conversation. Oof. So anyway, it's I like the idea. I just like the like there are a lot of angles to the Schmaltz thing that made sense to me, where it's expensive for the cap today, but as that contract ages, he will become good value as long as he continues to stay healthy and play well. And that's sort of it. Like stylistically, he'd be a really good fit for Colorado.
Yep.
He's a really skilled player. On and on. So that's why Schmaltz was kind of the guy that I had.
What the
picked
hell
out.
was Fleury doing? What the fuck was that?
Yeah. I think he decided ahead of time to get aggressive and go for the poke check, and then
looked like a complete moron.
Well,
because of it.
when the guy never got close enough to him, he had to improvise. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Pittsburgh was down 3-0 in the first period tonight, and they won that game 5-4.
It genuinely happens all the time. And every team has a few, at least one or a few wins. Like every good team, I should say, has a few wins like that a year. Is this one of them? I mean, let's wait and see.
Yeah, like if it's Sam Girard going back the other way, then I think the deal gets a lot more complicated than your classic picks and prospect stuff.
You need other stuff in there just to make that make sense.
Because the way that I wrote the predictions piece, I have the Avs trading for Nick Schmaltz while not giving up the 2023 first or Sean Barron's, which is pretty unrealistic. But, you know, I wrote that piece. You guys are living in my future, so...
Is this the Terminator future? Are you building Skynet?
Well, and if you get that guy, then you probably don't need Evan Rodriguez as much, and it's more of a luxury.
For sure.
And that's more of a, look, he's a great fit, and we love him. So. So, anyway. Yeah, a lot of people were mad that I predicted them losing in the second round. I don't honestly have like a strong feeling about how it's going to go. I've said this a few times already, but it's mostly I'm not going to feel really strongly about Colorado's future until I see what the Avs actually are like on the ice. I just don't, I just don't know how to feel about a team that we haven't even seen yet.
It's true. PK's got kind of a fit going on tonight. I don't know if I've ever seen a collared sweater before.
It's probably custom made.
Probably.
I mean, a second round exits, I mean, if the Avs don't repeat this year, whenever their season ends, is going to really hurt. It's going to be painful.
I mean,
it won't unwin them a Stanley Cup, though.
Are not every season you don't win the cup painful? Like, I don't know.
I don't think so. I mean, remember how we felt after they lost to Nashville in the first round?
Sure,
that team that barely got in was
there's still
year
pain
removed.
there, though. Like,
I mean, it was they absolutely gave everything. Thank you for everything. I'm gonna miss this team. You guys were fun to watch every day, But that was a lot more of appreciation than pain. And then the next year, Dallas in the bubble was painful.
for different
Well, and like
reasons.
losing to San Jose in Game 7 was kind of the same thing too, where it was like, look, this team we really like. Did anybody seriously think that the 8th seeded Avalanche belonged in the conference finals?
No. But, I mean, and that's the thing, too. Like, I can get how the second round would be painful, but if the Avs make the conference finals, like, if you make it to the top 4 teams in the league, whatever happens from there, you know, whatever.
Well, like, the Avs were the 8th seed, man. Like, and they weren't that good of a regular season team. The only reason they made the postseason that year was because it was a really down year out west at the bottom of the conference. Because that was like I think that was a 92-point team that made the playoffs, a 90 or 92
yeah, it was
point
pretty.
team.
It was on the low end.
It
for
was
sure.
not. It was not very good. And then they bodied Calgary in that. Like they get shut out in Game 1. And from there, you know, they almost lose Game 2. JT Compher with the late third period goal with the extra attacker tied it up. They win in overtime, and Cale Makar shows up, and they kicked it into a different gear for the rest of that series.
Yep.
And they went back and forth. I mean, they traded haymakers with San Jose.
Yep.
Like, I think historically we don't appreciate that series enough. What a great series that was.
It was a weird series, right? Because you didn't have a ton of nail-biting games.
There was almost nothing like decided though.
Right.
Because you did have some overtime, but you did have like 1-goal games.
It was really, I mean, the one that was really like truly down to the wire was Game 6, right? But
well, in Game 6, you know, the Avs have a multi-goal lead.
yeah,
Mark-Edward Vlasic scores 2 goals, one of which goes off Nikita Zadorov. A centering pass that just hits a guy's skate.
Yep.
P.S. That's a good fucking bounce for San Jose. Those things exist in the sport of hockey, especially. And they tie that, and Landy immediately sends them into Game 7. And in Game 7, like, yes, there was the goal called back, and then Jonas Donskoy scores what would be the game winner. Tyson Jost scores a minute into the third period. And the Avs spend the entire period in San Jose's zone.
yep. It just doesn't go their way.
They just don't. They run out of gas at the very end. You know, like that was a great series. The Dallas series, I'm sorry, but you have to. The Dallas series, I will never feel bad about. They had Michael Hutchinson in net. They were down 3-1 in that series.
With the injuries that existed, it's insane that they made it to Game 7.
They were down 3-1 in that series.
And, like, obviously the way that Game 7 went sucks.
Yeah.
But for them to have even made it there was crazy.
It's weird to me. It's weird to me that the Avs were just looked at so universally as chokers when they were down 3-1 in that series with Michael Hutchinson in net, and they damn near won the thing. I hate that second goal is the one that I have a huge. I just have such bad problems.
You cannot
with,
get beat short side there.
Well,
you
and
just
like
can't.
the turnover from EJ in the offensive zone is horrible.
Yeah, I mean, again, every one of these plays, it's a complete disaster. Skaters, defensemen, goalie, all of them. But as you so love to say, that's why you pay a goaltender when your skaters fuck up.
It's true. Yep. Yeah, they were 5 minutes from being up 3-0 in Vegas.
They were that close to fucking stealing Game 3, which they did not deserve to win.
They didn't, but also then, you know, again, bounces.
Yep.
They scored a goal from behind the goal line.
Yep. Just ridiculousness went their way. And even then in that series, if Philip Grubauer shows up to Game 6, they're going to Game 7. Like,
Yeah. He was so fucking bad in Game 6.
It was insane how bad he was.
What sucked is Philip Grubauer was great at the start of that series.
For the first 2 games and 2 periods, he was
then
unbelievable.
Completely fell apart as it went on. And Game 6 was
the culmination of the apocalypse.
He hasn't been a competitive goaltender since Game 5.
Yeah. Time check 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13,
Oh, man, this
12.
is not the shift you wanted out of the gate.
Yeah, this is all Florida for this first shift. They even get a full change off. That's such a
That's-
bad clear,
come
Kale.
on, Makar.
Georgiev had no idea where that puck was. Oh, God. This is very bad.
I'm glad he shot that and didn't make that pass
The back
across.
door was there, man.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Ryan Graves made a terrible play in Game 5, but you're in an overtime there. Shit happens. Like,
I mean, JT Confer has a chance to win it 15 seconds
yep,
in.
and just does
He
it.
is right in the center of the ice, and he shoots it right into...
The chest, yeah.
Shoots it right into Marc-Andre Fleury. Has so much net to work with, and everybody's favorite clutch player in JT Confer fucking boofs it.
That's a weird take for you this season. You've been pretty high on JT this year so far.
Well, he's been really good this year.
I agree.
Relative to every other season of his career.
And it's the EJ special right there.
Dude.
Nice little play there, though.
Okay, confident
yeah.
Confer is fun, but that's Mikko Rantanen. Pass the puck.
I don't even know that's Mikko Rantanen. You've had like 3 or 4 of those breaks where the guy's pulled the trigger now. You got to make the pass. Oh, Jesus,
man.
Mikko. Living on the edge, bud. Brad,
Come
that's
on,
so
Hunt.
bad, dude.
Thank God that guy's 100 years old. That might have been the one guy on the entire Florida roster who was not going to turn that into
Gonna
an odd man
outrun
rush.
that, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can go back and watch my reaction to that Graves goal, and I just lose my mind at how fucking terrible it was. But again, the game got into overtime, and shit happens in overtime. It's part of what it is. It's very different making one terrible decision than Grubauer being awful for an entire hockey game.
That tying goal, though, where he just bounced, the puck is like fluttering through the air, and everybody's just taking swipes at it, fucking drove me nuts, man.
Nice. Such a good shift from Newhook in the neutral zone there. That was crazy.
Yeah, it's really good work. They sold out to stop the pass across.
Yep.
All right, so it's really the result that I don't love. If Comfort scored there, I would have been all about it.
I still think they do have to keep him honest and try that pass maybe next time down on a rush like that. But yeah, you're right.
Oh my God, EJ looks so slow,
He
man.
just can't skate anymore, dude. He just can't.
So slow. Not one of those games intrigues me. Just at Penguins could be good. Like Preds Maple Leafs? No, thank you. Sharks Kings? Kill me. Even when those teams were good, kill me. Yeah, EJ is costing
This is
$6
the
million
last
this year.
year of his deal.
Oof. That was a really interesting decision on when to make that pass across.
Yeah.
I don't think I like or dislike it. I just think it's interesting. That's a trip, my guy.
Yeah, that's pretty obvious one there. You got Cale McCard, bud. Just stuck your stick right in his skates.
Yeah, Ray Ferraro was probably my favorite.
If a team is willing to give EJ $3 million, so long, pal.
Have fun in Columbus.
Yeah.
God. Eric Branson and Eric Johnson on the same defense.
Making $6 million combined or something.
Yeah, I put in the predictions that I have EJ coming back for one more year, but it was really
At like $1 million.
I just don't know what else to do there.
All right. Power play's gotta get it done here.
Yeah, you really need. I mean, you score here, it's 3-2. There's a shitload of game left. you can survive that bullshit. Like, you really need this unit to step up and do something. These are all your best players, man. These are the guys that have to get it done.
Nice pass.
What the fuck, Miko?
That was a better shot
What
than your first
is
one,
happening
Miko.
right now?
It's a better shot than I thought it was initially, but still.
Competitive shot. But come on, dude. He's killing me, man.
Yeah.
The shooting percentage Blues are going to suddenly sink Miko, too.
EJ was not ready to retire before last year. In fact, at the end of last year, he said he thinks he still has more good hockey left in him. So I don't know.
I mean, he was talking when he was fighting off the concussion shit. He didn't know if he was going to keep going. And then when that goes
cleared
away,
up, he's
yeah.
like, yeah, I'm good.
Because I'll tell you, the concussion stuff will have anybody thinking about it.
Of course, but that's not him wanting to retire.
Yeah.
That's him just not knowing if he's going to be healthy. Great pass. Not as great a shot.
Dude, that's got to be a goal. My God, dude.
That's off. Yeah. Yeah, the whistle was super quiet. Miko's angry, probably at himself more than anything.
Yeah. Okay.
I have no idea what EJ would do, man. I would not, honestly, if I wouldn't be surprised at all if like Minnesota offered him a deal if he just would like go home.
He is home, though.
I know he loves Colorado and never
You know
wants to
how he's-
leave.
You know he's talked about it.
All right. What the fuck? I mean, you just can't miss that many opportunities.
And now they're going to...
I mean, those have to, in a game where you're down 2, you can't miss those. You just can't.
I don't understand what is up with the Avs and just empty nets this year.
There's been a lot of them that they've
So
just
many good
completely
opportunities that they
airmailed
have
or
fucking
balled out or
missed.
missed. Yeah.
Yeah, is that what happened? I'd be really curious to see. I imagine Kaut has probably replaced Ben Myers on that second unit. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
What is that coverage? Good
I
save.
really don't think the coverage was bad. It was just really good play by
I don't
Florida.
know that I agree there. It's a good shot.
Dude, again, no pass. No pass across.
I agree.
Have they just decided we're not making that pass ever again?
So it would seem, but at least the shot was decent. But I agree. I would have liked to see the cross pass.
It was just way, way, way open.
I know. I saw it. The drop pass was not great from Miko to McKinnon there. It did feel like it kind of tightened up room that wasn't necessary, but he still had the cross pass.
Yeah. Ian Cole was like 30 when that contract started, though.
I mean,
Eric Johnson, I think, will have a 35 plus on his next deal. I don't think he's getting multiple years.
yeah, I would be surprised if he gets more than 1 year. And like, I get it. There's a lot of teams that are like thirsty as hell for veteran defensemen. But if EJ wants
Wow.
to stay here for $1 million or less and was okay with like a Jack Johnson 7th defenseman-esque role, come on back, bud. EJ's perfectly serviceable as a 6D for all of the problems that he has. He just can't be what he is now, which is a 4th D.
No, the Avs don't retire his number.
No, it's not even
Absolutely
close. It's not even close. There's no, like, outside of the obvious numbers, there's no one close to getting retired, depending on, like, whether you consider Landy an obvious number or not.
Oh my god.
He just completely whiffs, man.
I mean, it bounces over his stick.
But then he gets another chance if they play it out.
Oh my god.
He still, I wish they would have played it a little bit more because he gets a second
That
opportunity
he totally fucking
and he just
boofs.
misses the net.
Yeah, he boofs that one. Unbelievable, man. This kills me. Just kill me right now. Just cut my fucking head off right on set.
Like,
Do it, Yaya. Chop my head off.
I
Can't watch it anymore.
That's fucking brutal way to fucking end the show.
assuming they stay and assuming relative health, you're very likely on your way to McKinnon, Makar, and Rantanen certainly getting their numbers retired by Colorado and probably having Hall of Fame careers. I mean, you have to either
For the record, Landy's also on his way to a retired number.
I agree, but he's not going to the Hall of Fame.
No, but he is on his way to a retired number.
But he's like in a tier below those three.
Yes, his as like historically as an all-time great.
Yeah.
NHL wide.
And that's like if you're a Hall of Famer that spends the majority of your career with a team, you get your number retired. That's easy. But the Landys and the Haydukes of the world, where like you have to be a long-term staple of the team. In Landy's case, he's going to be a long-time captain.
He's gonna be captain for like 15 years.
You really should probably have, if not be very close to some of the franchise records.
Yeah, you got to be. I mean, in Landy's case, because he's surrounded by Hall of Fame guys.
Yeah.
Like, Landy's trying to chase down
When he ends up top five behind
Sakic and Forsberg, and then he's got McKinnon and Rantanen on his team.
But
and
when he
like-
ends up top five in
Yeah.
a bunch of categories and is a captain for 12 years of his career or whatever.
Landy is the Milan Hayduk of this era. He won't be a Hall of Fame guy. He'll be an Avs all-time great though.
Yep.
Like, you look at a team like the Columbus Blue Jackets would straight cut a motherfucker to have a Landy-like career.
Yep.
Just one. Just one.
I don't this is all conceptual though, right? Like, do you retire Landy's number if he never plays a game again?
Yes,
Yeah. I don't know.
I do.
I think it's pretty borderline.
Uh-oh. Oh, okay.
Okay, game's half over, and you're still down by 2. Life's not getting easier. He's a long way off. Joe Sakic was captain for a very, very long time. It was what, 96 to 09, 08?
Yeah, his last year was 08-09.
Yeah, so 13 years.
That
So
was when
Landy's
we had
got
the snowblower incident.
Landy's got another 3-4 years to go.
No, so the only way that Landy really gets considered for Hall of Fame is he's got to stay healthier than he has been the last several years. He would have to continue the scoring pace that he's had for the last 3, where he's more like a 30-goal guy
right.
every year.
He's very
and
much
closer to a point per game.
He's on the Jonathan Taves path to the Hall of Fame if he's making the Hall of Fame.
and if the Avs win 2 more Stanley Cups, then and Gabe Landeskog is an active part of that, and he's captain, then like accomplishments wise, you could see, especially in a league that fucking loves its leadership.
Yep.
You could see where Landeskog could sneak into a Hall of Fame career.
Yep.
But he would have to. The numbers would have to also like say he has just a phenomenal second half of his career, and he finishes in the 500 goal range. You know,
Yeah.
say he finishes like 450. The guy he finished with 450 career
best
goals.
case scenario,
He
he's probably going
He finishes
in. Yeah.
with between 900 and 1,000 points, and he has multiple Stanley Cups, and he's been a captain for 18 seasons. Like you're talking about, that's a pretty. It would be.
It's
at
also
that point, like,
it's also a guy who hasn't been super healthy.
yeah. That's why I said his health would have to be.
Yeah.
It would have to be a lot better than it has been in the last several seasons. Because this year he's only going to get about 30 games, 30-ish to 35 regular season games. And last year he only got 50. The year before that he got 50 when the season was only 56.
He needs to start playing like
the year before
70.
that he only got 50.
Yeah. Man, the Flames are so blech.
I am shocked at how mediocre they are. Shocked at it. Because when you watch them, it's like,
It's not good, man.
these guys suck, dude.
Out on Daryl Sutter.
Boy. It's tough. I would want to look a lot more because I haven't, but I would want to look.
Good save.
I would want to look a lot more at Calgary's underlying numbers.
Yeah, that's fair.
And see how much of this is. Okay, well, show us the actual fight, please.
Kind of seems like Curtis McDermott is just whopping his ass, but yeah, there is a cut there, isn't there?
Calgary would have had to tear down so much of their roster.
You're literally giga rebuilding if you went futures.
Yeah.
for Kachuk.
And if they were trying to go for Bedard,
I mean,
they would have had to seriously.
their
it would
entire
be,
roster has to be.
It would
sent
be
out,
an
yeah.
unprecedented tearing down.
If you thought what Chicago
of
did
that
was
roster.
crazy, Calgary would have had to go.
It
off
would have
the
been
chain.
Calgary
Yeah.
tripled, and the honest part is they would have had a hard time
Moving it
finding
all.
space for all those guys around the league,
Yeah.
and getting returns that you think are decent. There would have been no way. They were way, way, way too well built for them to be able to go for Bedard in a realistic manner. That's some NHL shit, like some EA NHL shit that is not from planet Earth.
Florida's getting the instigator, maybe? No, never mind. They're just matching roughings. Okay, what? No, he just had a cut on his hand. Or like his wrist, really. But
I mean, it's cool to see Curtis McDermott actually fight somebody.
yep.
He's two-thirds of the way to the Gordie Howe hat trick. So now he needs to come back and score.
If he can come back and get closer to a goal than he's already got.
Automatic king of the game if Curtis McDermott gets a Gordie Howe hat trick. I don't care what else happens.
Dude, at this point, if the game doesn't change, he's already might be king of the game, honestly.
Sure.
You gonna give it to Cogs instead?
No, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm saying sure.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, that I don't understand what the
Yeah, what was the play through the neutral zone there?
got lucky that this turned into turned into an icing.
It was like neither Av wanted the puck through the neutral zone there. Like it just floated in between them.
How we sleeping on him? We're trying to give him the king of the game here.
Straight up.
We just said if he comes back and scores a goal, he's automatically king of the game, no matter what. Nathan McKinnon could have a 9-point night and not be king of the game if Curtis McDermott has a Gordie Howe hat trick. Oh my gosh.
That was not your best.
Yeah. I will tell you, man, those guys look like they're on different pages right now.
I agree.
And that's the only temptation that I have to split them up is because of that. Because they look like they're not vibing on the same level they were previously.
I don't know that Taves is vibing with anyone right now, man.
Well, and the other thing about splitting them up is then what do you do? No, play the puck, bitch. I hate that decision so much. I mean, if you guys think that we sleep on McDermott in general, probably. I mean, we don't think of him as any good at all.
No. He's not an NHL caliber player.
And he gets more credit for imagined things than any other player in the league.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm good.
All good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If Sam Girard got as much credit for things he actually did as Curtis McDermott got credit for made up stuff, like
this is such a great point for things that don't happen.
Yeah.
Curtis McDermott gets credit for things in games he doesn't play in. It's so crazy. Yeah, thank you. I was like, just go get him.
At a certain point.
Just go get him and lay the stick down. And that's exactly what he did.
The longer you wait, the longer you're going to see one of your guys lose their man. Like,
oh, I thought it was offside. I thought I heard a whistle. Wow. That's fine. That's just my brain tumor. I'm going to go to the doctor and find out that all these brain tumor jokes, I have one. And
legit.
It is not going to be nearly as funny anymore.
Oh, that
or
was
it'll be twice as funny. I don't know which.
Depends on where the brain tumor is.
I guess, yeah. That was a really nice play by Ben Myers.
It was.
That was a really nice play, too.
Except for the finish.
I do think Shane Bowers should be getting another.
Game is on ESPN Plus.
Yeah, I do think that Shane Bowers should be getting another shot, and he is healthy.
I mean, with Mulligan week to week, you would sure think so.
Well, it's like this Jacob McDonald thing. Like, what's the argument
right.
here?
You're just not playing him.
If it's entirely about their ability to accrue cap space and blah, 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 like they're making a business decision over a hockey one, and that's just a thing that teams do, and I don't feel any way about it. That's their call to make, and that's kind of a, I get where they're coming from. I don't know that I would do the same, but I respect that.
Understand it, but don't have to like it.
Well, and then on the other side, the argument where you're saying, okay, tell me why we should give Shane Bowers a job over Jacob McDonald and min-max our fourth line, but not prioritize accruing cap space so that deadline flexibility is at the max.
That's a trip. Yeah.
Because if deadline flexibility is at the max, then you have a chance to bring in an impact player. And all you had to do was play Jacob McDonald 3 minutes a night instead of Shane Bowers. And at that point, you can say their ability to go get whatever is completely more important.
I mean, the question is, are you going to play Bowers 3 minutes a night, or are you going to get him in here and play him 6, 7, 8, 9 minutes
Okay,
a night?
and even then, if you play him 7 or 8 minutes and you find out, hey, this guy's a good player, we like him, great, but how much of a difference is he making versus the difference that the guy could make with the extra cap space at the deadline?
I mean,
because if you play the Bowers or pick a guy, I mean, and that it eliminates your ability to accrue cap space, then you've cut off the ability at the deadline for maximum flexibility, and you've limited your own options. It's a smart business decision, but it fucking sucks to watch night by night, man.
I guess the question to me is like, would you rather throw in a fifth to have a team retain an extra $100K?
If you could find a team that's going to say, sure, we'll take that fifth, we'll eat the retention spot.
Yeah.
Teams only have so many retention spots, and the guy that you're trading for needs to be an expiring guy.
Right.
Remember
it's
last
a different
year,
conversation if it's Nick Schmaltz. I get it.
Remember last year when Phil Kessel doesn't get traded because Arizona ran out of retention spots.
They couldn't retain another guy. Yep. I get it. There are deeper conversations there where, depending on the guys the Avs are targeting and depending on what the market looks like, that you're having conversations about how important that $100K is.
Yeah.
But
I think it's a McKinnon goal coming.
I will take it from anybody.
Yeah,
bro.
honestly, true. I don't care who it is, dude.
Just make this a real hockey game. I'm tired of watching the Avs be down by 2 and not finish easy goals.
Even if the Avs were 10 points out and had to jump over 5 teams, a healthy Avs team, I think, does it.
Yeah,
and they will have been healthy by then.
Or if they're not, then they're not, and you're going, "Yep, season's probably over."
Well, and then you're trading JT Compher for a second round pick or some
exactly.
shit. God, could you imagine if they just were like, "We're out of it," and they move Compher and Rodriguez for picks,
and just load up on this draft?
Well, and are like, okay, we've kept our first. We have, let's just say, 2 second rounders now.
Yeah. It would really switch gears on what I need to do with my life.
Well, and for me, I'm like, I don't want them to use those picks. Just use those picks as trade assets. Get to the offseason and just be like,
what's the best player we can get for these?
Yeah. Let's add some value here.
First 30 seconds of this PK bad. Or PP, rather.
Oh my gosh, dude. That's been Kale's superpower in all the years except this one.
Yeah, he's usually insane at that. Yes, he is. It's McKinnon that's not out there with this unit. Yeah, you're never getting that call there.
I mean, that's tripping.
But you're never getting it there. You have to know.
Man, they got it in the Stanley Cup final.
Hit an open net. Jesus Christ.
Holy fuck, dude. Can we trade Lehkonen too? Because he also just missed an open net. Dude, why is no McKinnon?
Yeah, I don't know. It's super worrying me also.
Oh my God!
Just shoot it into the 4x6. I believe in you. You're NHL players.
This is insanity, dude.
Oh my God. All right, McKinnon's out there now. Just a weird. I guess your power play's 1 for
No, I
23.
think-
You're just trying
No,
shit.
I think you're sending a message to Nathan McKinnon.
Saying wake the fuck up.
Yeah.
Can you send a message to all the dudes missing open nets then?
Can't bench everybody, man. You got to play someone.
I mean, you could give Count 20 minutes.
yeah, but then when he misses an empty net, then you have to bench him.
That's fine. Just keep benching dudes. Play like an ECHL
You
team
can't.
with
I'm
6
saying,
forwards.
At some point, you have to play a guy.
Once everyone misses,
Darren Helm can't play all game.
once everyone misses the net, then it's like jailbreak, and you can play everybody again.
All right. If all those guys miss empty nets, I'm lighting myself on fire and quitting my job.
Once someone scores, they can pick a guy to come out of jail and can play again. It's a really bad pinch by Brad Hunt here. He's going to get away with it, though. Stop it. Stop doing the spin
That was
move. When you're
side.
one-on-one, stop spinning to your backhand.
That's such a sick play by him.
The end play was nice, but he made his life way harder than it needed to be by just putting himself in a stupid spot by spinning to the backhand.
No way. I love that.
You completely take away your legitimate shooting threat when you do that. Yeah, he made a very good play, but he made it way harder than it needed to be.
Oh, Georgiev gives up another rebound.
How did that end up over there? I want to see the replay. Is it just off the pad and right out there? Yeah, off the far post. Okay, that makes more sense.
All right, I take it back.
No, it is off Georgiev. Never mind.
God.
Yeah, no, that can't happen. You can't let pucks through you like that. I mean, the game was probably over anyway, but now it's definitely over. I mean, you can't even blame the Avs in front there. Like, a bounce like that, there's no way you can expect your team to jump on a rebound. It just unfortunately goes right to a Panther.
Whose stick does that puck go to?
Right,
It goes to
yeah.
a Panther, and he puts it in the net.
Yeah.
The same way that the Gerard play earlier, that puck went to an Av,
And he just
but
fanned it.
it wasn't flat like that.
Yep.
It was a bouncing puck, and the Panthers made the play, and Colorado didn't. That's,
I mean, like, you stop that by Georgiev making a proper save instead of it bouncing off his fucking glove. And I mean, I don't know. This period isn't that complicated, right? The Avs had plenty of chances. They didn't execute on any of them.
Yeah, they've executed on 0 of them. I would also guess that Frankie starts the next game against Chicago. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
They were executing fine for a real good stretch of December there.
Yeah, this has really just been 2 weeks.
And honestly, like, they've had really good execution at times during this 2 weeks, too. They've just had stretches of games, like 5 to 10 minute stretches, where they completely fall apart.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, shots would be a lot more even if the Avs don't miss the net over and 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 over.
Actually look at what the attempts are.
Look, man, if you think that the season's over, then go do something else for the next 6 months.
Yeah. So the Avs did get pretty roasted at 5-on-5 in that period.
Yeah, dude, they got outplayed, and all their scoring chances, they just boof.
Yep. And like they did pretty decently on the power play. 2 power plays they had 6 scoring chances on. They just don't score on them, right?
What's the score?
4-1.
Want to break it up?
Yeah, I got to go to the bathroom.
You want to stay on, AK?
Yeah, it's fine. I don't mind. I don't think them making the playoffs is going to be a particularly interesting storyline when it's all said and done. Yeah, 13. Nichushkin is working his way back. Manson and Byram are both skating. Kadri only missed 11 games last year. Thought it was more than that. Oof. Blaze is just doing he's just going through some things. He's got some personal stuff going on right now. He'll be back. What? What are you going on about?
I can get upstairs with my phone.
Oh, I can get upstairs with my phone.
Yeah, I think most of it.
Well, that's the door that we didn't have problems with. It
Yeah,
was the
outside
It was
door
the
that was
outside door that
issues.
we none of us could ever get
But
working.
it works for me now, so.
But it's just like so infamous with everybody. Like there's people that just don't have it. Ali doesn't have it anymore. Now it's like
Yeah, it's the whole fucking thing's a mess.
I mean, I haven't even tried at this point in so long. I just take the elevator, dude.
I don't even do that. Like,
elevators actually.
usually I
Yeah.
just go through the kitchen. Like,
I kind of need it for different.
yeah, obviously. You actually work up there.
Yeah, dude. I'm like today. I've been here since noon. Like I haven't left.
Yeah.
Up and down all day today. We went to Pete's Kitchen. It was delicious. Never had Pete's Kitchen.
Never?
What'd you get?
I got the kitchen omelet.
Their omelets are fire.
I wanted to go simple. You always want to go to something you kind of know the first time you're there.
Their burritos are so good.
It's pretty hard to miss with them, to be honest. I mean, like, what's the point in starting Frankie in the third now? Like,
Yeah.
you've already committed
it?
yourself to Georgiev and an almost certain loss.
What
Like,
does it do for you?
unless he gets like
You guys meet your new head of
two more
production
put
yet?
on his head.
January 20th.
Okay.
Today was me, Adam, Kill, and Tiff. We were talking about other stuff, about how Ali would be involved anymore, stuff like that, and just like what he had to like expected out of the production and what he was so we knew.
Okay.
It was just like what do we want also like as producers kind of thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't like really like formal. That's why he's pitching, kind of talk it out stuff like that. Nothing crazy. What about you?
We have a meeting here on Friday where we have
Yep.
to go over some changes that we're making.
You need me there?
No. Well, this will be about us.
No. I want to make sure I haven't been one in like 2 months.
We didn't have one.
Yeah, we've been all over the place.
because we didn't do one for Christmas and then New Year, and then Adam was gone, and so we were just like, fuck it, you know?
I haven't had the invitation that Dre usually sends me. So I was like, no.
Yeah, and this week we could have done one, and I said no because Z and I were going to the mountains, and I was like, nope, shove all this off. Yeah, so we're doing it on.
Friday.
Yeah, we're doing it on Friday instead.
Friday I only have one show because I work Friday off. Yeah.
I don't know what to talk about on an off day tomorrow.
yeah,
It's just gonna be an angry day again. People are just gonna be pissed off.
yeah, I know.
Disgusting. That's fucking nasty.
What?
Z went to the rodeo tonight.
Why?
She's never been. She's always wanted to. Like, not a thing that's available to
I
her.
guess Winnipeg is in Calgary.
So she wanted to go to the livestock show, and
Sure.
I've been to enough livestock shows. Like I told her, I was like, I've been to massive livestock
yeah.
shows in 4 major cities.
one
I'm
livestock
good.
show was enough for me, dog.
I was like, I
no,
am
they aren't.
good.
It's also what you like. Like I kind of grew up with Cowboys.
Well, and like I like to, growing up in Texas, it was a thing, man, and that's why I've been to them in different cities. I like the rodeo. I think it's fun to watch.
Exactly. You like something because you went more than one time. If you really hated it, you wouldn't have gone like more than once.
Yeah, and that's why when she was like, "Oh, I want to do this," I was like, "This is all you." Like that's just a thing in my life that I'm just like, I'm done. I don't have any interest in this anymore.
Yeah, like it's just like if you like it, you like it.
As ESPN is talking about this, I think dress codes are stupid as hell.
Yeah, I agree.
Professional sports athletes should be able to wear T-shirts and shorts if they want. Who cares, man?
What's stupid is what's stupid to me is that the dress code for players across the sports really started with the Malice at the Palace.
Yeah.
Because players were rolling in, Allen Iverson brought that kind of
The G
that
Yeah.
inner city,
Yeah.
the style, and players loved it and they connected with it and it resonated and then they're in the stands beating the shit out of fans who 1,000% fucking deserved it, and they were like, "Wow, this is not the image we want to project," and it was like, okay,
So you switched the clothing. Just a little?
I mean, I don't want to say it out loud. But yeah, I just never like calling people organization.
It's pretty easy to call a lot of people in basketball racist.
Yeah, it's pretty much weird.
Donald Sterling exists. Like,
Yeah, well, there's difference. Like when there's actual proof of it, and when there's no, when you're using like pretty obvious context, I still don't want to call them. I just want to generalize.
yeah. Well, and I don't think I just don't think it's fair to Like Makar's back or Rodriguez's back is to that puck. Like,
Yeah.
what do you want him to do there, man?
If you have players actively positioning themselves for pucks that go through your goaltender, like
Yeah.
you just have no faith in your goalie then?
Yeah.
And it's not like, oh, the angle was the rebound could come out that way. No, if that hits him square, the rebound never gets to the backside of the goal there. Like,
it goes off like the edge of his toe. Like
Yeah.
he kicks it out there because he just gets a piece of it. A puck that could have, for all we know, could have been going wide.
yep, probably was, honestly.
And it ends up a perfect assist. And that's finishing chances, though, because the Avs had the same chance, and they just didn't score on it.
They had 2 swipes at it and couldn't score.
So
on
the
it.
second one, if you actually, because they did show a replay of it,
Yeah.
the defender gets a stick on it.
Still
I'm
another
just saying,
opportunity.
I'm saying, like, can we not play this right now? Is this a fucking joke?
Yeah, that was the choice.
Like the first one, the puck just, Sam just doesn't make a play on it. The second one, a defender at least gets involved.
Sure.
The end result is Sam Girard blows 2 scoring opportunities.
I hear you.
Oh, this is going to be a shitty game to go through again.
Yeah, this one's not gonna be fun. At least it's not complicated. Why do people get tattoos of years in Roman numerals? Like, what's the appeal?
I think they look cool.
That's literally the only reason why.
Okay.
That's my thing. I think they look cool.
I just don't get it.
I'd get my birth year in Roman numerals if I thought that it was.
Yeah,
I'd-
I want Roman numerals like you can look.
I just get my birth year in normal numerals.
Yeah, but it doesn't look as cool.
I don't think they look very cool.
Well, that's why you're not getting them tattooed on you.
You're not wrong.
Like, the vast majority of the reason that anybody gets anything tattooed on them is because
It
either
looks cool, yeah.
It either looks cool, strictly looks cool, or it looks cool and it connects with them in some sort of way.
Yep.
Nobody's getting a tattoo on them where they're like, this is fucking ugly. I gotta put this on my body.
I get that. I guess I was just wondering, like, I've noticed it as kind of a trend, and it's a cool looking thing. There's nothing more to it.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
The thing that I didn't get was the barbed wire trend of like the early 2000s.
I don't get that.
Because it was like, it doesn't look particularly cool, but also there's no meaning for this.
Also, barbed wire hurts. Like, why the fuck would you want barbed wire anywhere near you?
Well, like,
Wait, but still, like,
yeah.
I'm convinced it's white people that wanted a tribal tattoo, but were white, so they just put barbed wire on it.
That's actually a really good take.
It would be fun if they came back in this one.
It would be hella fun if they actually came back, but zero faith over here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's going to happen, but it'd be fun. You think Rudo was being racist
Okay.
by saying that white people wanted to get tribal tattoos? Sure you can.
Could definitely be.
Classifying that as racism, though, is a
You can 100%
really big leap.
be racist against your own race, for sure.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and cut this off now.
Yeah, can't have this conversation on YouTube.
We're not having this discussion about what is and isn't racism, guys.
It's how you get Giga banned on YouTube.
Well, there's a 2-on-1. No, so that's good defense.
Hell yeah. EJ made a D play.
Denying the entries, man, is a thing that the Avs continue team-wide to be really good at.
Hard agree. It's just everything else. That's not even true. On their bad
What the
nights
fuck was that,
defensively.
dude?
I don't know.
Oh, that's lazy from Comfer. Yikes. Yeah, they're not missing the playoffs, guys. This is so silly.
Why would you hit the panic button when the team hasn't hit the panic button yet, right? Like, the team is certainly frustrated at times lately, and I totally get it if you as a fan are really frustrated with this team right now.
Totally.
But panic isn't the play.
You know, when in history has somebody panicked and it led to good results? See, right there.
A perfect example.
Darren Helm just panicked and lost that puck. Vegas, you guys hold up Vegas as this bastion of worst case scenario? Do you guys remember how Vegas missed the postseason?
The actively icing 16 skaters in games.
Well, and like
losing 3 shootouts in a row.
Exactly. They blew 3 shootouts in it. It took an astronomical number of things for Vegas to miss the playoffs
And
last
again,
year.
and like that could happen, but we're months away from
Yeah.
that right now.
We're not even like, oh no, this is impossible.
But if you can see 2 months into the future and somehow the Avs are still extremely injured, like, let me know. Hit me up. Give me that crystal ball. I got a couple things I'd like to look at. And again, the reason we're more confident than this made-up scenario is because the timelines of the Avs injuries have them getting healthy
Yeah,
at the latest by mid-January. Yeah.
Right after the All-Star break, that they have a good chance of being as close to 100% as they will have been all season. And to be honest, even with no Landeskog, you get Manson back, you get
Val
Nichushkin back,
and you're chilling.
and
Yeah.
the expectations for this team go way the fuck up. You get Byram and Landeskog back, and you're in the money, son.
Your expectation is
They play 700 hockey.
Yeah, right.
Because that's the roster, that's the majority of the roster that won a Stanley Cup.
They've been giving the timeline of February for Landy the whole time.
Yeah.
The entire length of his injury.
It is.
They at one point they were like, optimistically, if everything goes ahead of schedule, January.
Yeah.
But mostly it's been February. Finish a chance.
Well,
Nope.
and there you go. Like, these are Colorado's best players not
Just
scoring.
not finishing. Yep. Great takeaway by Lecky there. Good idea. Just do some dope shit, Kale. That's not dope shit. Worked out okay.
Shoot us. What the
dude
what the
doesn't
fuck?
have a stick, bro. Did the Avs score a wraparound goal last year? Ever?
I don't know, man. Teams don't really score wraparounds.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I genuinely can't remember
Yeah.
the last wraparound goal the Avs scored.
I don't either, man.
I know
That's
Mikko does
so
that
long.
weird shit from behind the net where he like banks it off the goalie.
Yeah,
but
he loves that play.
it's not a wraparound. That's to the
Right
chest,
into the
JT.
chest,
That's
man.
to the chest. You could shoot it there 800 times and you would never beat a goalie.
Yeah. Oh, you're only missing 2 forwards? Well, they're also your 2 best two-way forwards.
Arguably could put both of them on your top line. And that's right to the glove. You just
Yeah.
got to make better shots. Like, He wasn't even. He was just trying. For
Yeah, he
the
was
center.
passing it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, if you've been watching
Yeah.
hockey for 5 years, then
Go
you
back to the late '90s, but
No, you should go back to the beginning of the Philip Grubauer era in Colorado.
That's true. He got beat on the wraparound a lot.
He got that for like 6 weeks. He just kept giving up wraparound goals where it was like, what in the fuck is happening? They already won a fight. McDermott already won a fight tonight.
Literally.
Yeah. Yeah, he needs a goal so
I
we can
actually
be.
haven't
He's
seen
still
him take a
he's still
shift.
king of the game.
Agree. At this point, he's definitely king of the game.
Okay. Dude, no. It is no.
They're shooting 3% at
Yeah.
5-on-5, dude. Like, it's literally not sustainable. The worst team in history shot like 6% at 5-on-5.
The Avs have a combination of some really, really, really bad self-defeating tendencies.
That's definitely true. They have a
have-
tendency to implode right now.
Yeah, they have. They're not executing on their chances, which is leading to like we're talking like historically low percentages that are holding them back.
I mean, did you
That
even,
puck isn't even. Oh, it's not covered.
I mean, the net was coming off, but
Do you think it's a leadership issue?
no.
Well, so I do think that they.
That really does help.
They absolutely missed Landy in game. Like where some of the maturity, some of the even keeled stuff. Like they're missing these things.
I hear what you're saying, but like I don't think that's the problem. They're just not executing, and
there's
they're getting
no
unlucky.
one problem.
Yeah, agree.
There's 5 different things that you can point to and say, this is hurting, this is hurting, this is hurting,
And
this is hurting, this is hurting.
It's a combination of things that get solved really quickly.
Go to
they get healthy.
Natural Stat Trick and go to Teams. Go to the Teams tab and then go to Season Stats, and you can sort by shooting percentage and figure out. Go through all of the different seasons and all the different iterations. If you want to look at 5v5, even strength, all strengths, et cetera, et cetera, et
It's
cetera.
not close how bad the Avs are shooting.
Well, and it's since December 1st.
Right. You're
Because
right.
before
the first
that,
2 months they were fine.
Yeah, they had no issues.
Was Mac losing, like getting Mac hurt, kind of like the final straw? So then, like,
It accelerated some of their frustrations. But right now, I mean, you have a power play that can't score. You have a team that can't score a 5v5. You have a team that is struggling to kill penalties. You have a team that takes too many penalties. You have a team that can't score first. You have a team that can't hold on to leads.
Yep.
It doesn't matter what game state the game is in. The Avs are struggling right now. So you're saying every single iteration of the game, the Avs are not producing well. What's frustrating is you look at the underlying numbers, you look at all the statistics and all the available data, and you see that overall, in a complete picture, they're not playing really, really poorly. They're not playing like a bottom 5 team.
Across
The problem is that they have a 5-minute stretch where they
just
completely
decimate
fall
themselves.
apart.
Yep.
The other team just fucking buries them, and they can't get into games. The NHL's too good of a league.
Yep. And it's two things. I definitely agree with you. I think Landy in games probably settles them down a little bit in those 5-minute disasters. But also, if this team was shooting literally just 3% better, they probably win 3 of
They beat the Kings.
They beat the Kings,
the Canucks.
and they're at very least competitive against Toronto.
Yeah.
That game's got other context there.
The
yeah.
two games that you could say
It's
are
this
losses
one and the
that are
Coyotes,
losses are
yeah.
Arizona and Toronto.
And that-
but
and
the
this one
razor
now,
the
but-
razor thin margin. But yeah, I would say this one for sure.
Yeah.
This one for sure is one that they are going to look back and feel bad about because they had so many opportunities.
Yep.
And then no, they're not. There will be no trading until the deadline.
Correct.
either the week of or the day
The
of
whole,
or whatever.
The whole thing is they're accruing as much cap as possible, right?
They're
now.
not making it, and especially they're not going to make a trade like right at the point where
you
all
don't
the
have to
guys
start
get
prep
healthy.
until like All-Star break.
Just like him start talking to everybody.
But yeah, they're coming. It's going to be a thing.
That's the reason why I just want to make sure.
I mean, deadline day, we'll do our usual deadline and chill thing, but
Make for that like we did last year. I want to make sure we have the right template.
yeah.
Well, and so we will have a full-blown meeting with you when we decide to start. When we decide to turn on the trade deadline faucet, it's on
Yep.
until deadline day.
Just like you start getting all like I'm not like. Last
Yeah,
year.
it's really easy to forget. This team has not had its full lineup a single
One
time
single day.
of this season. Not one single game.
Not once.
No, there's a wraparound goal. We got one.
Shut the fuck up.
Ah,
It's honestly the stupidest thing I've ever
it's so
seen.
dumb.
They can't score into an empty net, but they'll score that bullshit. Look, I know that this is the forever dreamer in me, but I don't think this is done yet.
I think it's done. I think they can make it a 1-goal game, but I think it's done.
Is this a true wraparound? It totally
Yeah,
is.
I mean, he gets it kicked in, but still,
My goodness.
After you guys talked about a wraparound.
they just never happen, man.
It's a wraparound. You know, I can't remember the last time that they came back from a 4-1 deficit either.
That's true. They did 3-0 against Toronto.
There were
yeah.
some 3 goals. There was the 3-0 against Toronto last year. I thought Boston was
3-1.
I thought
It was
Boston was
3-1,
3-1.
yeah.
Yeah. They were in the same week though, which made it really fun.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right, we've got life. Great. Now these fuckers can break all of our hearts again.
So, if you're the dreamer, should I be the salty pessimist here?
No, we're just talking about things that they haven't done. There's no dreaming allowed.
Banned.
We crushed the dreams.
Dreamer banned.
Yeah, dreamer banned.
Well, the salty take is you really fucking wish you got a save out of Georgiev right now.
Well, and boy, pick one empty net.
That too. Obviously, the game is an entirely different world if any of those things happen.
Just
But
like what I said. For the World Cup.
Was he onside?
wow, that's a really bad
That's
goal
so
from
fucking
Bob.
soft.
That's a really fucking bad goal from Bob.
Is he onside?
Yeah, yeah.
Is he?
I think so. His back foot looks pretty clear.
All right. Well, they haven't dropped the puck yet.
Oh, 5-4. Fuck.
Blaming the goalie is so old. Give me a fucking break, man. The goalie is like every other player on the ice. He makes mistakes. He's at fault for things. The second Florida goal is an absolute gift.
You cannot win. If you do blame the goalie, you get shit on. If you don't blame the goalie, you get shit on. Like, it's such a divisive thing. You'll never win on either side of that conversation.
The Avs haven't really been the better team in this game, no, but it's all the self-defeating nonsense that we've seen from them. They have not capitalized on opportunities, and they've given golden ones to Florida.
Yep.
And their goaltending hasn't. The goaltending on both sides has not been very good in this game.
Certainly after that goal, you're going, okay, both goaltenders have been bad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Mikko scores on a puck from behind the net that gets kicked. Like,
Yeah, no.
is that bad from Bobrovsky, or is it just
definitely
unlucky?
not good.
It feels like a really lucky goal more than anything else for the
It does,
Avs.
but it's also not good. Like, it can be both.
All right. Well, now you've got 13 minutes, and it's a 1-goal game, and they're imploding. Also, a team that has had trouble protecting leads, mind you.
But you got to find one more.
Yeah, you've got to keep going, and don't take a goddamn penalty on the first shift after all that. Yeah, you'd love to see them build on the momentum with a good offensive shift. Look, I do blame the direction of the wind on Fridays, okay? Fridays are completely out of pocket. They have got to tone it the fuck down.
Fuck Fridays. All
I
my
need-
homies hate Fridays.
You know what? I need some big Sunday energy to start hitting on Friday. I need everybody to just take it down a notch or two. Fridays have gotten out of control. Friday feels like eternal spring break. Go crush this guy.
Dude.
Thank you.
Curtis McDermott, game tire.
Yo, automatic king in the game. Oh, Sam Bennett was wide open. That was a good job by Brad Hunt to tie that up. Sam Bennett was just sitting on the doorstep by himself, just waiting. Oh, come on, guys. You're winning the battle. Come on. Oof. Well, there you go. This is good, hard-working hockey, man. This is hockey I like. Obviously, the back and forth scoring chances that can get
less yeah.
Well, I like that. It's fun to watch. It's good and crazy and wild, and it's enjoyable. But
It's fun hockey, but it's not. You're not like yes.
Yeah.
You're like whoa.
somebody was tweeting out. Somebody was tweeting out favorite 3v3 overtimes recently, and so I was watching as the links were popping up on YouTube, and I'm going back and watching them, and I'm like, I can't believe coaches allowed this.
This is some bullshit.
Like teams just didn't know what they were doing, and it makes me wonder what the fuck was hockey like when power play started.
Just the insanity
Yeah,
of
like
being
when they were
down
like-
on a person and people didn't know what the hell to do.
Exactly.
The
like,
box didn't
what?
exist yet.
There was no diamond.
Yeah.
There was no umbrella. Like, what did hockey look like when that first came into the league? When it was like you get a man advantage, you get an extra guy on the ice. Like, what does all of that look like?
What, was that bigger, or was being able to pass the puck forward bigger in this scheme of hockey?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the forward pass in all sports has
Kind of a gigantic break point.
been good.
Made them infinitely more fun, except for maybe football.
To be honest with you, winning the cup last year means that the struggles of this year don't mean very much to me.
Hard agree.
Because you could never, ever, ever take away
Yep.
a championship.
This year, in
And
many
shit
ways,
happens every single regular season to teams.
Yep. In many ways, this year does feel like a free roll, right?
It is a complete free roll, man. And if you get another Stanley Cup, dude, then you're in the books.
Yep.
If you don't, then all right.
Taking them both. Okay, whatever.
They have a 62 as well, right?
Yeah, they said both.
Okay. Well, because I heard 37 and 62, and I'm like,
5-on-3.
they did not send two ads, girl. Please, they did not just do that. All right, we're cool. JT's not even.
Whatever.
Why can't I get a helmet that won't fucking break?
This is my
man?
fourth
What's going
fucking
on?
one in
What
3
is-
games.
What is happening here?
His head's too big.
Yo, I think power play overtime should be 3-on-2.
Oh, I'm here. Like, take power plays all the way down.
Yeah. You get into a situation where it's 1-on-0, well,
Shouldn't have taken all those penalties, bro. Yeah.
weirdest fucking face-off we've ever seen, but okay.
They
Does that
should-
guy just like
No, they should
shoot
make-
on the net
No,
for 30 seconds?
The goalie should have to be forced to take the face off.
Yes, that would rule.
Please get it away from there. Thank you.
All right. Oh, man. Mac was...
He was about to be on one there. Yeah. I mean, the Avs traditionally have been very bad at 4-on-4.
Yeah.
despite talent-wise, you would think it would be a place they would shine.
No
And as of
single
late, they've
win or
actually-
loss is on any one player,
Yeah, of course not. You can blame a goal on this guy, that guy, or whatever, but it's always a team loss.
Yeah, there's
like-
4 of them.
Like we said, on both of the first 2 goals where we have a problem with Georgiev, we also have problems with Taves and Makar and Helm.
Yeah, and Eric Johnson.
Yeah, like...
I think the backup goaltenders, sorry, should have to be the 4th shooter of every shootout.
Okay.
Do I really think this? I
But-
don't know. Was that on? Now, was it on?
I'll just find out in a second. It's close. It's close. Nice stick.
I don't know
Lecky.
that it's on, man.
That's so close, man. It's
I don't
so
think it's.
close.
I don't think it's on.
The skate is up, so it's
Yeah.
really hard to tell.
Yeah. No attempt to drag it at all.
This is not going to be a good enough angle to tell.
I think it's off.
Give me the down the line angle, please. Or just show the crowd and then skip it. Okay. Okay, they're challenging, so it's almost certainly off. Can you just show us the angle, please? I don't want to see the war room. I want to see the angle, bro. Just show us that. Thank you. Yeah, pretty clear. Pretty clearly off.
I said it live.
Yep.
That's 2 really big mental mistakes from Devon Taves this week.
I mean, not the way I wanted this to be a really interesting game to test the Avs' fortitude. But if they go out and get one now, again, that's some real proper mental toughness at that point. All right. It's got to be Curtis McDermott, even though he's not going to get another shift in this game. It's the only way.
Well, this is done. I'm out. I'm
don't-
out on believing.
Hard don't blame you on that take. That
was it, man.
It's
Like,
super
that was
duper
it.
rare for teams to produce another goal after something like that. Oh, okay, or it goes in immediately.
It's probably offside still.
If that's offside, then I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
It's actually close.
It's not.
Did you see
it's
it?
not close. It was on.
It's very close.
It's not that close.
It's so close.
It's as close to. It's as close as JT Confer is the clutch.
Why you do this to me? Why do you do this to me?
Did McDermott get an assist?
Oh, he got another one.
That
He's
counts.
king of the game.
Bro,
King of the
that
game.
counts.
King of the game. King of the game. King of the game. King of the game. Yeah, there's no chance. It's such a hard life being. Oh, that's a great shot.
Yeah, unreal shot.
That's so fucking sick. All right, now just go win this motherfucker. And don't take Curtis McDermott off the ice.
You sure about that decision?
No.
All right. I mean, that's
Oh,
really
no.
bad.
Come on.
Thankfully, the Panther on the backside just fell over.
Down, yeah. Who was that?
I don't know.
Brad Hunt.
Well, you survived the shift then.
Yeah, now you're in some schoolyard bullshit. You just need to walk out of this with a dub.
This is a bar fight at this point.
Straight up. Oh my God. That play by McDermott in the corner just now was so bad. I don't want to make him king of the game after shit like that.
Just don't look at those things. Don't think about them. All right.
Yeah. We need you to.
2-point night, Curtis McDermott.
Did he score?
Yeah, it's tied.
No, but like, did McDermott score?
No, he got an assist.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I wish I would have given the first goal to McDermott instead of Kona.
Yeah.
I really want to be I want to really give him the king of the game, bro.
Can king of the game be Bobrovsky?
Don't say that yet.
I just feel like that's so much shade. Okay. Is it closed? Like, what the fuck are we doing here?
What are you doing? Is 2 fights and 2 assists a thing? It's going to be called the McDermott if he gets in another fight in this game.
The Dermy.
But he better do it quick because you're not supposed to fight in the last 5 minutes of regulation or you get big trouble. They usually don't call it, but they have sometimes.
The bartender's all like, I hope we don't tie this, right? I hope something overtime would try to go.
It's like 10 more minutes, bro.
Yeah, that's what I told him. Like, don't trip. This game is not going overtime the way that overtime is playing.
It doesn't feel like this game's going to overtime.
I'm like, that's what I told
Not gonna lie to you. I
Yeah.
don't know that the Avs win, but it doesn't feel like this one's going to overtime.
Every time I've tried to say something positive about the stupid hockey team, it doesn't go well.
And then you say something negative,
so
and
I've
they
just decided I
immediately
was-
fucking score.
It's at 4-1, and I was like, I don't think this game is over yet.
Dude,
and
honestly, this game feels to me like one of these two goalies is gonna do one more stupid thing, and that their team's gonna lose.
It feels like a 4-6 win.
I mean, empty net or whatever,
That's what
but
it feels like. It really does.
I really think one of these goalies is gonna do one more bad, and whichever team that happens to loses.
Need more negative AJ. I agree.
It's either that or it's again where Cale Makar just does some god tier shit, and you're like, all right, whatever.
Last minute.
yeah, it's so true. The one empty net gets called back. Oh, that's a bad touch.
Gets away with it.
That's another bad touch. 2 bad touches. Thank you. Now all of a sudden I'm stressed about 6 minutes, and I was like, I was getting ready to send you a
Was in
headline.
Pretty chill
and
place
like-
when it was 4-2, and now it's like, all right.
Yeah, it was a shitty feeling, but it was like, for me, on a super selfish note, I'm so glad this is like worth going back and rewatching and
Oh,
breaking
100%.
down.
I was not looking forward to this review when it was 4-1.
Dude, congrats on the engagement. That's such a big thing.
Let's go.
That was like the last major life thing that I was ever interested in doing that I did.
Getting engaged might be better than getting married.
It's really, really exciting because you've now like made a commitment to this person. Getting actually married, I assume. Well, I think most of us have been with that partner for a while.
Yeah.
And so it was a lot more like formality than anything else.
Whiffed
Dude,
fuck,
what
bad,
is
bad,
with
bad.
the cameraman?
Yeah, he's on drugs.
He has not been good tonight, but
Curtis
no.
McDermott just got worked.
This is why giving him king of the game is so hard,
I
man.
know.
Even Bednar thinks he's king of the game. He's fucking out there
He's
again.
playing him with 6 minutes left. And they just shot that. That was your chance, Curtis.
Yeah, there was the goal right there.
Now don't get worked.
Yeah, that's much
All right,
better.
you didn't get worked.
No penalty.
That's fine. Yeah.
No penalty?
No,
All
I
right.
touched it. We're
All
chilling.
right, you're right at the bench. Hop off, big guy.
You just jump.
Please. Thank you. Dude, I want Curtis McDermott cam.
JT just took a stick up high. Didn't call it. Might have been his own stick, to be fair. I don't actually know.
Wow.
What you call that?
That is the diviest shit I have ever seen.
That's bad, man. That's bad. They don't call the high stick, and then they call that.
My favorite part of like playoffs when my clock is better than the actual fucking TV clock.
That's really bad. Really bad that they don't call the high stick on JT. All right. I mean, look. The Avs PK is 0 for 1 tonight. They had one penalty against, and they got scored on. You can't give up another one. You can't lose the special teams battle by 2, or you lose the game. I just need the Avs to kill this so I don't have to talk about this. Don't make me talk about the refs tonight. Just kill this and I won't think about it for the rest of the night.
This is where you talk about the controlling the what you can control.
Yep, you got to kill it.
Yeah. I mean, they should be on the power play right now.
They should be, but they're not.
They should be on a power play, and now they're having to be
killing
the
it.
exact opposite.
But again, you can't.
It's crazy to me, man.
I get that it's crazy, but if you go if Florida goes 2 for 2 on your power play, and you go 0 for on your
Yeah.
own power play, like
you once again lose the game.
yeah.
I'm just saying, man. Like
I
they've
get it.
done
I get that-
everything that they can.
I get
They've-
that shit's just not going their way right now.
Fuck,
I
man.
get it. I
even-
get it.
They've scored 5 goals tonight.
You're not wrong. It's just what the
What are
cameraman.
you doing?
What a save!
Look, man, you can also be king of the game if
Cameraman.
you come up big, okay?
No,
All right, Big 4-0, I still love you.
Cameraman might be my king of the game right now.
I mean, it's not my heart's king of the game because every time he jerks like that,
What? Who's drunker tonight? This game or the cameraman?
the cameraman. Because we get drunk games all the time.
That's true.
You don't
That's
get drunk
true.
cameraman games very often. I do think Chicago trades Taves, yes.
I don't know why they wouldn't.
If he doesn't want to, and he's got the no trade
In a world
protection.
where he's like, hey, I'll come back and be the old guy in the rebuild for $2 million or whatever, but I just, if he has any interest in leaving, they have to do it, right? That's tough to not get that out, man. You got this one. Got to win. You got to win one of these. Okay. They worked out. That was a super weird read by
Come
Helm
on.
there. Nice.
Nice job.
Catch a break.
Dude, Jonathan Taves to Winnipeg would be a fucking great story.
That'd be cool.
Goes
actually.
back
Yeah,
home
goes
to be the
home.
3C in the Jets run would be a fucking cool story.
It'd be fun for sure.
He's considered like a demigod there, so.
Unlikely. It's just what you can't do. I
Man.
mean, you just can't get scored on there.
I'm so over it again.
Like, you have to kill that to have a chance to win this game. There's no two ways around it. You can talk about all the bullshit.
Check
but
the entry.
and
No
it goes in off of
way.
Erod's skate, man.
No fucking way that's how this is happening.
Off of Makar's stick onto Erod's skate and into the net. The Panthers don't even touch that puck for like 2 seconds. Unreal. I mean, what do you do? What do you do when shit like that is going in on you?
That's fucking heartbreaking, man.
Where's the All-Star game this year?
Florida.
Has Colorado ever had an All-Star game?
Yep.
NHL?
I can't believe this is how they're gonna lose, man.
I can 100% believe this is how they're going to
I just can't believe. I guess I can. That's inner fucking interference.
Damn. I don't know what anyone is supposed to do there. Like, Georgiev makes 3 good stops. Makar attempts and in the normal world clears a puck from danger there. And it just banks off of Erod's skate and directly into the net. Like, I don't even know that anyone does anything wrong there. And it ends up in the back of their net. Don't know that it would have mattered anyway there, but that's a really bad offside from LOC. This is sketchy.
They just haven't been very good at 6-on-5 this year, so it's like...
Yeah. I love that pressure from Florida, 6-on-5.
Me too. I don't know why teams don't do it more. I don't know why teams just like chill the way that they do.
Right? Like it's puts so much pressure on if you just send one guy, get in the net, he has no idea where it is. And the Avs just can't get a fucking bounce. I mean, Bob had no fucking clue where that puck was, and it just falls right in his lap. Comfort just misses it. Just misses it, knocking it out of midair. What does a timeout accomplish right now? I don't.
What's the point
I don't
of the
understand
timeout?
why people are asking for a timeout now.
I don't either. What's the issue here?
And he's gonna call it, but like, you now at least have an offensive zone face-off, right? Like you can drop a play, but a neutral zone face-off, your big guys were rested. They just jumped over the boards for that shift. Yeah, now you're in the offensive zone, right? It makes sense to drop a plan. But like drawing up a play from the neutral zone is kind of, unless you're like insane desperate, there's like 10 seconds left or something. Is Confer over 50% these days?
I don't know.
Probably not after that one. He's probably right at it.
Changes constantly.
Yeah, I know. The fluctuations. It's ridiculous.
Although he's starting to get to the point where he's taking so many of them that the game to
It
game
stops
will
being
have
as
like,
much of an
yeah,
effect.
The game to game won't be.
At-
It'll be like 4 games will now be the
At
thing.
face-off number 600 of this.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on. Kick that bitch out, please.
Tie up one, and they hold it.
All right, you got it.
Good try.
That was good hard work
pass.
by Mikko.
Yeah. Terrible pass.
Yep.
I don't know what that was, Mac. Oh, that's
Oh, my
going
God.
wide. Okay.
That's a Florida did their video homework and know that the Fs fuck around up high like that.
And Mac just
and if you
throws
take
shit
it away,
around. Yeah, you get free goals a lot of the time.
yeah, you take that shit away, man. You get exactly what they got.
Yep. Okay, nice. Not as nice.
Yeah, see, again,
That's just a nothing.
all
hockey
of the
play.
defense is
Like,
out up high, and the Avs aren't adjusting to it at all.
Yep. You got to find some penetration there.
Yeah, they need an entry. They need in transition.
And then they ice the fucking
How
puck.
the fuck do you let that hop over you, Mikko?
You got to at least get a piece of it. Where is McKinnon going there? Game is pretty much over now.
Not the smartest player. Well, and honestly, Colorado needs transition anyway.
Oh, that not if they're going to transition like
Yeah,
that.
obviously.
Nope, no time. I mean, I don't know. It was a terrible game, and then it was a great game, and then it was heartbreak. We'll talk about it in the post game. See y'all soon.